Gold is rising, fast, but no one can quite explain why. Central banks are silent, markets are nervous, and quietly in the background someone's buying. A lot. What do they know that the rest of us don't?
Gold hits another record.
Spot gold prices have climbed above $4,000 an ounce for the first time.
The key word is scared.
In the past few weeks, the price of gold has jumped sharply, crossing levels analysts didn't expect to see until next year.
Gold rally really looks unstoppable at this time.
Excitement is evident online, on shopping streets and in capital markets.
Just gold, gold, gold the whole time.
For most, it's just another market move. But for those who watch closely, gold doesn't move without a reason. Because gold is not just a metal, it's a signal. Since the beginning of the year, gold surged more than 50%, breaking the all-time high record of $4,000 per ounce, overperforming the S&P 500, the Bitcoin, and whatsoever other asset. Economists point to the usual suspects: inflation fears, interest rate shifts, and market uncertainty. They say investors are simply looking for a safe haven. But here's the strange part. Inflation is cooling, rate cuts haven't yet begun, and stock markets remain near record highs. So why is gold acting like a storm is coming? Behind the scenes, central banks, especially in emerging markets, have been buying a record amount of gold.
Recently, a lot of the central banks in the world have been buying gold. In fact, they've been buying more gold now in the last 12 months than probably any time since the early 70s. Why are central banks buying so much gold, and particularly the Russians?
Each central bank has a little bit of their own narrative. The Russians obviously are afraid that dependency on the US dollar could make them vulnerable. The Chinese are also buying lots of gold. But interestingly enough, so too are the Indians and a number of other countries.
China, Russia, even smaller nations are quietly increasing reserves. At the same time, major investors are shifting from digital assets back into tangible ones. Physical gold, not paper contracts. Add to that the growing tension in trade routes, energy supplies, and the global political chessboard, and the picture starts to look different. Every time gold moves like this, history whispers the same story.
Gold and to some degree Bitcoin, they are ways to express an opinion that the system itself is going to have some problems.
In the early 1970s, just before the oil crisis and the end of the gold standard, the price surged. In 2007, as markets reached their peak, gold began to climb quietly, months before the financial system cracked. In 2019, just before global lockdowns, the same silent surge began again. Gold doesn't predict events, it reacts to fear before we even recognize it. Fear of war, fear of collapse, fear that the paper promises holding up our world might not last forever. And now, in 2025, it's happening again. So who's preparing this time? Central banks, energy-rich nations, billionaires diversifying away from currencies. They are not chasing profit, they are buying protection. Protection from what? They are not saying. Maybe they have seen the first tremors of the next crisis. Maybe they are preparing for something the rest of us will only understand when it's too late.
I think it is a warning sign that people are very anxious.
Gold is the ultimate safe haven asset, a heart rate monitor, if you will, the health of the global financial system.
When governments and billionaires start moving money before the headlines break, history tells it's never by accident. Maybe it's nothing, maybe it's just market noise, or maybe gold is whispering the truth before the world shouts it. Because when gold rises in silence, it often means that the world is holding its breath. And if gold is moving before the storm, what the storm is preparing for this time? Maybe the real question is not what's happening to gold, but what's gonna happen to us.
And because of that, when you see a spike in the gold price, your first question should really be what's gone wrong.
So what do you think gold is trying to tell us this time? I don't have answers, but I think it's worth paying attention. Leave your thoughts in the comments, I'd really love to read your theory. And if you like this video, hit like or subscribe so we can keep discovering together what God will do next. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one. Bye!